would say that I was really nervous. But you can't call me mad, you see, my nervousness had a purpose. It's like a disease. In front of its power, I was worthless. But my body became a machine. My hearing was perfect. I heard all things in the streets, on my turf, in heaven, but the loudest sound was as hell on earth. But still I'm calm. I hope you're taping this now. I ain't making it up, and I'm about to break it down. Now I don't know how it started, but once it did, it was over. I think it was his eye, he had the eye of a vulture. Pale blue, cold and chilling. I realized to get rid of his eye, all I had to do was kill him. This part's amazing. You think I'm crazy? Then how did I make a plan more elaborate than a maze's? My intention was never wasted. I was nice to him the week before I killed him so that no one could trace it. I'm sure no one noticed me. I had played it incognito, even helped him with his groceries. It was all love. I didn't hate the man. I even changed his light bulb. I was a grateful hand. But for 7 nights in a row around midnight, I'd crack his door oh so just right, creep my head into the crevice like a skin tight, and set the flash in my hand to have a dim light. Slowly and quietly, I'd shine the light on his face to make sure he wasn't eyeing me. But every night my intentions froze. You see, I couldn't do the deed because his eye was always closed. But on the 8th night, my story takes a curve. I was getting impatient. I had the itch that makes you burn. What's worse, the old man wasn't even concerned. Then all of a sudden, in his bed, I heard him turn. Now you might think I got scared, but I played it off. Cause the last 7 nights, he didn't wake at all. I was about to flip the switch on my flash. My grip slipped, it fell and crashed. He sprung up fast. Who's there? He cried out. The fear made my eyes water, but I stood still till they dried out. Patient and still, I waited for a sound, but I never heard him lie back down. It seemed like time froze. The clock stopped working. I knew he was up in his bed, wondered what was lurking, probably thought it was the blowing through the curtains or a mouse, but he didn't know for certain. Then out of the silence, I heard a muffled that was beating with violence. Now I'm not mad, I said that right from the start, but I knew the sound well, it was the old man's heart. A beat so bumping in my head, like the drummer stimulates a soldier marching into death. It grew louder every second. His horrid eye forced my hands into weapons. The old man's hour had come. With the loud yell, I flipped the switch and ran into his room. He shrieked once only. Then I beat him with my bare hands like he owed me. How I could just kill a man, here is something you can't understand. How I could just kill a man, here is something you can't understand. How I could just kill a man, here is something you can't understand. It's gonna be a long time before I'm finished. I stared, chuckled, and hit him with bare knuckles for 9 minutes. He was begging for his life, oh God protect me. I'm screaming in his face, but your eye won't let me. His life didn't matter at all, at least not that I recall. Cracked his ribs and shattered his jaw. You might think assault on battery's wrong, but not when my battery's on. I had to be strong. I dragged him across the floor, do look medieval like I cornered him and crossed the raw. I got no cause to pause the shock and awe. So while he crawls and claws, I can't stop at all. He was my fumbling at the floorboards that he tore at. So I hush his poor ass and crush his thorax. Now this old man's lonelier than a weeping willow. There'll be no weeping widow when his blood is steeped in pillow. You would think it would stop right there, but I swear I kept hearing in my head like a nightmare. After a minute it ceased. The old man was deceased and I could finally live my life in peace. I would never bother me. Think I did it sloppily? Get off of me. I disposed the body properly. I was a genius, honestly. Chopped it promptly but awkwardly, so they could never do an autopsy. I'm too smart to be crazy anymore. I dug up some planks and put them underneath the living room floor. Cleaned it up like I settled the score. Made it look exactly the way that it looked before. By the time the deed was done, it was 4. And the last thing I expected was a on my door. I answered the door, and what do I see? I got 3 po-po staring back at me. No, I didn't let him faze me. I stayed calm and let him in. I played the scene perfectly, like an acting veteran. They said the neighbors complained of a midnight yell. I said it was me screaming in a dreamlike spell. Told them I was house sitting, search a premise as well. And they did it till the suspicions were quelled. My plot was so complete. We walked to the spot where he was under our feet. I told them, have a seat. We talked for a while, till it was out of style. I swear they had stories that were longer than the Nile. But soon enough, I had wished them gone. Something was really wrong, this was taking too long. I felt impatient in my chair, but I couldn't react. I felt an itch behind my ear, but I couldn't scratch. My ears started to ring, my head began to hurt. Just keeping my eyes focused was way too much work. I thought my hearing was beginning to stall, cause the sound started to change. It wasn't ringing at all. The sound grew and grew. I tried to battle it with my voice through and through. It was so loud I thought the cops heard it too. No longer could I fake it, I couldn't take it. I slammed my fists on the planks till they started breaking. The sound wouldn't stop, louder than in the dark, louder than heavy metal artillery sparks. So loud it could tear the city apart. I pulled back the planks. It was the beating of his hideous heart. Shaina on violin, Shaina E. Cellista on cello. I'm MC Infinite. Stand up, y'all. Shit. Love and peace, y'all. Thank you very much. Love and peace.
Give it up for Infinite and the Telltale Heart, y'all. That was amazing.